I was looking for a new game to play and record, and I remembered that I've never played Aion before, so I thought I'd give it a try. Aion is an MMORPG released by Gameforge in Europe and NCSoft in the US. The game has all the classic MMORPG features such as quests, flying, mounts, PvP and PvE, and much more. Is Aion still alive, and is it still worth playing in 2021? Without further ado, let's dive into it. Logging into the game, we're greeted by the faction selection screen. The Ilias and Asmodeans, the light and dark, colors of factions are reflections of the part of the world they inhabit. The Ilias inhabit the upper part of the world, which is full of sunshine and butterflies, and the Asmodeans dwell in the lower part, which is darker, full of blue shades and weird critters. Straight after that, we get to choose a class to play. As many other MMOs, Aion doesn't reinvent the wheel with the classes and has a handful of standard ones to pick from. Warriors, scouts, mages, priests and musicians, none of which is gender locked. The character customization is quite rich. You get heaps of presets to choose from and lots of sliders, and since I lack imagination, I went with the gnome because why not? Once you are done creating the character, a cutscene that was rendered on a potato starts. Not much can be understood from it, the dialogue is in English, but as it turns out later, the NPC's dialogue is not localized. For some it might not be a big issue, but for me it was an unpleasant experience. Now we awake to the in-game screen, where we see a list of quests and daily chores that most MMOs nowadays have. Unlike many Korean MMOs I have played, Aion doesn't offer auto-moving to quests, so like a peasant, I had to open the map and look for directions every time I was handed a new quest. I was handed a quest that rewards me with some items that boosted my stats and a level 10 box. I got carried away and killed a little too many NPCs to reach level 10 so I can open my box, but to my surprise, my XP got locked at level 9. After some googling, I learned that I needed a quest from Moonin to get past level 9, and I wasted a lot of time running back and forth looking for him. After wasting a considerable amount of time, I found out you could just teleport using the teleport people found all over the map. In order to get past level 9, I had to do a solo dungeon that was intended to be run at level 6, and since I was level 9, I ran through it like a hot knife through butter, except when I fell to my death like a noob, but that didn't crush my spirit and I finished the dungeon to get level 10, so I could open my box. While running the dungeon, I checked the in-game cash shop. It has plenty of items, cosmetic and probably pay-to-win items. After finishing the dungeon, I was offered the quest chain that made me a diva. I could finally fly, and I was level 10. After that, I traveled to some big city called Pandemonium, where I finally opened my box. I got a fancy mount and some gear. I look pretty. While running around, I was surprised by how empty the city is, and I'm not sure if this is the capital city of my faction or just some small city, but I begin to question the game's population. I found a quest chain that gave me a pink, weird-looking frog pet, and after falling in blue lava, I finally learned how to fly. Flying is quite fun, and I wish you could fly longer. Combat was not challenging nor engaging, but I liked the chained skills. I was very annoyed that there wasn't a quest chain to follow and you had to look for the next NPC in the chain manually, and I decided to not go any further into the game as I was not having fun playing hide and seek with the quest givers. One feature that might be interesting for some is auto combat. You basically assign skills and potions to be automatically used, and you can cook dinner while your character hurls fireballs at mobs, and when you come back you are a few levels higher. And now to the pros and cons. The pros are tab targeting, enough classes to choose from and they are not gender locked, plenty of character customization available. The game is still aesthetically good looking, even by today's standards. Flying. And now to the cons. Not localized NPC dialogues, was very annoying. No auto-pathing to quests, had to look for quests manually, low population, and no action combat. Cutscenes are very outdated. Overall, the game probably has a lot to offer, but it couldn't keep my attention past level 20. You could definitely give it a try with your friends. After all, it's free to play and the only investment is your time. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing as it helps the channel. See you in the next video.